recruiters, even though you know that I've had kind of questionable. Oh, I was just making a video. I was just making a video. Like I make like the thing is since
Is that you there?
yeah, that's me. I'm actually recording. Like since I've been out of work and like I had some family problems. Like I told you about my wife getting kidnapped. My daughter ended up in foster care. Like I just had a bunch of weirdos. Like there was this weirdo named Matt Field that was stalking my family. He poisoned my other wife. Like whole bunch of negative shit. But it's like I got to work. So I'm like, let me live as my wife Muna came to me as an angel. She said live as publicly as possible because people will mess with your reputation. And so I started living publicly, like on the internet, and Sartu encourages me to do the same thing. So I'm making a video for LinkedIn so I can let people, like the job recruiters that are coming through, they can see who I am. I might be a little rough shaven. You might call it rustic. I mean, it's style. But my story is so public. I've been fighting with Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook with. They've been suppressing my account because once again, my wife Muna, she communicated with me after she left this planet. I can't explain it, but it was like Fred Stanford when he talk about what's I forgot Fred Stanford's wife's name. Like Elizabeth is the big one. It was like that. Like all of a sudden, Elizabeth is the big one. It's like Muna is the big one. Like I didn't know that was real. But she told me, she said, do some research for coronavirus patent. And so I did, and I saw the patent. Other people have found the patent too. And I've been so obsessed with getting my daughter back because my daughter's in foster care. She was taken illegally. DFACS broke the 14th Amendment. And so DFACS is at a level of criminality now. They accused me of child molestation without even interviewing me with my daughter. I've never touched my daughter in any inappropriate way. I'm so angry. I am so angry about the fact that they said I molested my child. I had a back massager. And me and my daughter, her name Coral, we play a lot. Let me show you my daughter. Let me show you Coral. That's Muna right there. Let me find Coral. Where Coral? Here Coral. That's Coral right there. That's my daughter. And you know, it's like her caseworker, Miss Love, sent me this screen share from Zoom. Like I haven't seen my daughter since May 15th. It's been since May 15th. That's my daughter. A molested child does not look like that or smile like that without any kind of interaction with their parent. My daughter says she misses me all the time. And Christmas time coming up, we always have a good Christmas. We miss Halloween. We love trick-or-treating together. And DFACS just ruined my life. And it's like I've been so depressed after they took my child. They just raided the house with like 7 cops. And they just snatched my child talking about I got mental problems. I'm smarter than all them bitches at DFACS. Sorry, excuse my language. But I'm angry. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. But that's Coral. I love her so much. And her mom went missing like 3 months before they took her. So me and her struggling for survival, and her bum ass grandmother.
Why they took her? Because her mom's dead.
That's a big part. The thing is, without her mom, it was hard for me to look for work. But the thing is, her grandmother let her mother be prostituted when her mother was a teenager. And her grandmother wanted me to leave her in her care. So I told her grandmother, you can't take care of my child because when her mother went missing, her grandmother, Constancia Arabia, would not. I told him the dude bragged about selling her mom on Facebook. He said, yo, I sold your wife to the guy that got Tupac. And I said, yo, this dude named Matt Field, he sold Erica. Like let's find her. So I'm like bringing up all this noise on the internet, making Mr. Persons folder reports and everything. And then come to find out, the person who bought her mother, bought like a piece of meat, her mother, Constancia, her grandmother, got the nigga phone in her personal phone. She was involved in her daughter's sale, so it's extreme scandal. And her grandmother tried to set me up. So when the police raided the house to take her grandmother gonna say, don't take her, take him. Like, it was so evil, and it's like the thing is, she was afraid to go upstairs, and we would stick together. She was afraid to go upstairs, and I knew that something was going on when I wasn't there, but it was like I didn't know what to do. And then they attacked me. They threw me in the mental hospital. Talk about I had schizophrenia. I'm a former NASA employee that just hit hard times. The only reason I'm not working at NASA's JPL laboratory today as a Linux engineer is because I was taking care of my family, and her mother was sick from depression. That was it. Like, I'm brilliant. Like, I can do anything if I'm given a chance. And but anyway, her bum ass grandmother, she said, they said they defend. It's just a crazy white boy joke. It's so weird. So it was like I fought tooth and nail to keep my daughter by my side, looking for remote work. I had an interview with this place called GitLab. I wasn't guaranteed the job, Oscar, but the thing was, defects they worked with Constancia to get me thrown in the mental hospital the day before my interview. So it's like every time I get an opportunity, there's somebody that knocks me down. So the next time I get thrown in the mental hospital, I'm in Savannah, living with some other relatives who claim, oh, we want to take Coral in. The only thing it was, they wanted to have that foster money coming in. So I got down there, I'm checking the place out. They said they'll take us in. It's no place for a child. It's like there's nowhere for her to sleep. There was nobody to watch her. They were like disrupting at Jamaica Soul in Savannah, disrupting every opportunity I had to get stable. Then they called the mental hospital on me. So I'm up here, and my bum-ass brother-in-law, Nasser Ahmed, he guided me to this house at 4855 Windward Parkway. And I've been staying there, and even with these annoying teenagers with these SoundCloud accounts, they come and disturb me. They steal my food sometimes. They piss on the carpet. Somebody left shit in my blanket. But the thing is, I'm not in danger of going to the mental hospital here. That's what I like about this place I'm in now. Yes, I got problems with racism with the cops. Yes, I have problems with racism with some of the store owners. But the thing is, I don't have these horrible people around me anymore. It's like I'm in a much better place despite how hard it is.
Well, general is more specific. It's not specifically you, but it's general. So, just saying, like, the problem that exists might be, let's say, racism or it's general. It's for everyone who's like you, as opposed to somebody specifically targeting you.
The thing is, now there is nobody targeting me. Like I said, there's the annoying kids that come, because the thing is, the house that I stay in, it used to be like this. It still is an open house. Like, if you ever need shelter, feel free to come to 4855 Windward Parkway. I occupy one bedroom, and sometimes I occupy another bedroom. But it's like you need a sleeping bag because it's cold in there. Like, there's missing windows and whatnot. But if it's like whatever, just know that it's there. The thing is, there's this law in Georgia called adverse possession. And while Nasser's like, oh yeah, you can stay in the house as long as you want, the thing is, whoever owns the house, if with the problems with the police targeting me racially, the ability for Bill the cook at Branch and Barrel to say, how many loops does it take to tie a noose, and the police department endorse him, like, we're not protecting you, I have to protect myself legally. So there's a law called adverse possession here in Georgia, where once you're in the house for 30 days, the landlord has to evict you. So that gives you time to find another place to stay. So that gives you have to get they have to file for the eviction. And then once the eviction is served, you got 30 days to get out. So that gives you 30 days of cushion. So at any day in time, I don't know who the owner is of the house, but I always know every day I wake up, I got 30 more days of shelter. So I'm blessed with that. When I was in Savannah, the thing was, my cousin Kelly Danielle, I'm about to get a job at Home Depot. Mental police come. And I found out how to protect yourself from that. If anybody ever calls the crazy people on you, the law is, Georgia Law Code 1013 states that if you are not a danger to yourself or other people, in other words, if I'm not trying to hurt you and you're not trying to hurt yourself, or I'm not trying to hurt myself, nobody can take us to the mental hospital according to the law. But there's judges that don't respect that law, and the cops are just moronic robots that just, oh, I'm going to enforce and throw you in the mental hospital. So it's challenging, but living publicly has reduced the likelihood of me being committed to a mental institution, because I have dysfunctional family members. I used to be a Jehovah's Witness, so when you come from a cult household, a lot of the people are nuts. So they can distort. I have Islamic cult members and I have Christian cult members. Like, I mean, Jesus was a Muslim. It was this, I found it in the Quran.
Are you saying Jehovah's Witness was a cult?
Yeah, Jehovah's Witnesses is a major cult. That's one of the reasons I have so many problems. I have so many relatives in Savannah that could have took me in with my daughter when Erica got kidnapped. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And they call themselves Christians. Jesus wouldn't do that, alhamdulillah.
They couldn't, even if they didn't want to do that, they could have got together and said, let's get them up.
But see, this is what they did. Instead of saying, let's get together, let's get him out the street, they said, my father, Willie Kelly Jr. of 1822 Quincy Street, the Southeast Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, elder, big figure tribal head of the Jehovah's Witnesses in Savannah, said, you left Jehovah, I'm going to leave you out to die. Satan going to kill your family. I had the most horrible, I mean, they will not help me with my phone bill. They won't help me with anything. So I'm out here dirty and thugging it, as they say down in Decatur. And it's like, I ain't did nothing. Like, it's like I told you, I'm like ex-NASA employee, Georgia Tech. Every piece of toilet paper that anyone in the Southeast has wiped their behind with, I helped put the equipment in that brought it to them. Because I used to work for Coke Business Solutions, and they did contract work for Georgia Pacific, which is a Coke company. So I built a lot of things that touch a lot of people. So I have this huge reach, this very broad reach. Actually, that Hewlett Packard building down there, I did testing on like extremely expensive computer equipment, and they used that research. The testing I did with a dude named Mike Schmiela and some shit I hacked together to like manage all the shit. They used that same technology and they put it in the new technology. I never got paid for that, and that's fine. But my point is, my reach is so broad in little ways. It's like it makes no sense that I'm out here ashy, dirty, and I haven't been able to talk to my daughter since May 15th with old dusty ass Manessa Warner, old dusty ass Mashonga, taking my child. And the judge is so corrupt at DFACS. Ooh, they corrupt. My first court date, they told me there were 10 people in the courtroom.
Someone look nice to go there.
I couldn't. It was on a Zoom meeting. It was on a computer. So this is the thing.
I keep forgetting that is, that you can't do anything or go anywhere. Everything is through the computer.
Yeah, everything's on a computer. So
The computer business is booming. That means they're selling more computer than they ever can. Well, not really, because some companies. I had to think about it. I was just thinking it might be because if the companies that are closed after the computer, they're not replacing the older computers, but the manufacturers. I think they're manufacturing a lot more computers. They're an opportunity for jobs.
one of the problems with computing now is like computers aren't really that different today than like the cell phone. Like, you got one USB-C connector and a headphone jack. A lot of tablet PCs aren't much different than this. Like, when I log into this, I have a file explorer. I could download a word processor, and I have my banking app. I can now, with my iPhone, I wasn't as flexible, but once I got an Android and I broke away from the Google Play Store, it's a computer. It's like a mini tablet computer once I learned how to configure it. Ooh, excuse me. So cell phone sales are up, and the thing is, cell phones and computers are better than ever. This computer is about, let me see, it's 2020, so this computer is about 5 or 6 years old, and it runs fine. I run an alternative operating system called Linux, so it doesn't consume as much computing power as like what it came with, so I'm able to use an older computer. This computer is like maybe $200, so if it breaks, it's tough now because People's Choice Social Security won't send me my money. The 4855 Wentworth Parkway, you are stealing at this point. I can easily replace it, so it's like I'm not really dependent. Because all you need a camera for teleconferencing, and you need a word processor and to be able to save documents and send them. That's all you need to function. And then, all the social media conglomerate all has apps that you can like upload whatever you need to, like whether it's a Word
How
document.
come then it's persistent?
Um, there's sometimes, well, the way I do it, you download the operating system in what's called ISO form, and then I copy it to a USB stick. So the thing is, the way you install Linux from a USB stick is to, when you reboot the computer, you go to the system BIOS or you go to the boot menu. It's usually like F12 or F2, and then it said boot from USB, boot from CD-ROM, and then it'll boot up. And then if you want to try Linux, it's like you don't have to completely install it. They have what's called live distributions where the whole operating system runs on a USB. So let's say you want to use your computer and not share your personal information. You can run your operating system from the USB key, and then it's gone. It's not. It doesn't have to have persistent storage. Like you can use it strictly to use the internet, like strictly for email. Like you can turn any computer into a Chromebook, and a Chromebook is basically like a computer that's a web browser. Like it doesn't have all the functionality, but I don't really trust Google in a lot of ways because I mean, like they change up. Like I was using Google Voice. I was dependent on Google Voice for a long time, and it just stopped working. But the thing is, perhaps the problem was I have to give them the benefit of the doubt here, is that if they give out free phone numbers for Wi-Fi calling, maybe people are abusing the feature. I don't know.
Well, this is one of the things. I was thinking about suggesting for jobs. Like that's gonna be networking, just to get back into your field. So just gonna make sure you're on all those network groups. But I have always been previously prior to work. Well, here I worked all the time, so I didn't wasn't. No, I thought I was involved in an association. So it's like make sure you're a part of your association. And where people meet to network and have the possibility of job. And sometimes it doesn't even have to be about necessarily about job networking, but it's a networking group that you can meet people that will know people who know people who will.
If I could find something like that online, it would be cool. It's been challenging with the whole coronavirus bans because
All online. Now, like you said, that I was a part of my that was I was kind of working out here and in just kind of working different jobs. And one of the reasons why I moved on to a job, what I in a field that I can do, was because I was networking, and I never really thought about it. But I went to an association, and they were talking about a company that I've seen in I've seen a position that was a thing. And I didn't know this company. And I was hesitant. And it was like sitting out every time I go on my computer, there was that company there. There was a job that I could do there. And it's not until they talked about it that one of the speakers was talking about. So this went ahead and applied, and I got the job, and I actually used their name. After sort of, but and so those it gave me the comfort level that I needed to get out of a company that I never heard about. Like you never no intention of being a part of. So those groups are very helpful. Like quite a few people even here now, even if I don't remember their names, but I know where they were. They were part of such and such organization, part of such and such, such and such. I remember sending my resume out to them, telling them to review them because they were directors, such and such and such. So it's helpful to be a part of any of those groups. I wish we could. There was another one called Hughes, which I really liked, and I started doing it. For me, it was all online at that point, but I don't have access to that now. But it was great to keep up. They have great speakers. I really have that, and so much things going on. No, this is not California. Sometimes they have their conferences next door. Maybe in the next state, you could just jump in a bus or drive or whatever, and go to those conferences and network and just even job fairs, even if they're not hiring, if you can go to like look at, they won't have job fairs out now, but I'm thinking if you can go to job fairs, even if they're not really particularly in your field, you never know who you'll meet there. Because I've met peers and being a part of, getting involved in part of organizations that I probably wouldn't have been if I had met that organization at the job fair. It was helpful. It's just kind of keep networking with these people, and I know now I run into a lot of people, and I know I've met them somewhere, know them from somewhere, but it's just those networking groups. And churches are great, also a great place to do that. There's that too.
Well, hopefully things will lighten up pretty soon because I want to get my family back together. I want to get my life together, and I know I'm going to get a job. I got some advice from my old manager, Matt Jones. I've been practicing to my experimenting in telepathy, and Matt Jones of Coke told me I need to work on Docker and Kubernetes. So I'm getting like advice from people in my field about like just interacting with the consciousness and whatnot. But I'm on some Carl Jung type stuff right now, and I just got work to do. I hope they got some extra food tonight. Sometimes I hang around and give me extra food. Hashtag. What you mean? I'm gonna get myself together too. Hashtag me on that. Hashtag her.
That's enough to get with it.
You be safe tonight now. You too. You do the same. Rashard. My family call me Thaka, but my name Rashard. My family call me Thaka, but my name Rashard. So you can pick either one, whatever feel comfortable. I hope you do too.
I won't see you get a job more. I like it because you probably be so busy working, but if I don't see you, I know you got a job.
Well, I'm an outside person. See, if I'm living, you're gonna see me somewhere, cause I be out. Sorry too. I'm gonna upload this video. I'm starting to have doubts that the dark web feed exists, and I think you're just exclusively psychic. Because if you would be, you could be exclusively psychic if you have remote viewing. So I don't know. So I'm gonna upload this video. That's what people saying. That you got remote viewing. What's this video? I love Sartu. NASA's bum ass. Riyadh bum ass too. Ishmael's nice. I'm sorry for saying PP bag in the hashtag. I was mad, man. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Hiat, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I embarrassed y'all. Hashtag me on that. You don't embarrass us. Post a turntable video. And post this. We know you're sorry, but you have to say it on the internet. Not just a channel. Thank you so much. Post this video. Thank you for talking about Muna and Matt Field and Erica to a real person. Now we know your story is true as fuck. I curse my nigga. I'm from Ethiopia, not Savannah. Just follow along, not post.